What is your name and where do you live? Hi, my real name is Arthur Zwetzig and I live in Germany, Bavaria. Can you sing a Schlager? I could, but I refuse to use my voice in unnecessary or idiotic ways, and singing a Schlager is both. Where did you learn English? Well, in school, like everybody else, but you mean the accent and all that? I just watched American TV series and movies and just lip read until I got everything as it is now. It's still not perfect, but it's a work in progress, but I think it's okay. Which part of Germany is the best and why? I don't have a favorite spot in Germany, to be honest. Everywhere where not a lot of people reside is good for me because I'm a loner by nature. What is your favorite Hunt Showdown weapon and why? Hands down, the Winfield. It's cheap, it's reliable, and I can pressure people to oblivion and back if need be. When did you start YouTube and why not in German? The very first video got posted in July 2015 and it was a review about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I love that game to this day, even if it's silly. And yeah. And why not in German? Well, I just wanted to reach as many people as possible, so English or Chinese was the logical conclusion. Which one of the bosses is your favorite and why? The Spider, because of the design. It's body horror at its utmost level. I love it, I feel thrilled by it, I feel horrified by it, and that's why I love it. What's your favorite TV series, movie, book? TV series, Full Metal Alchemist. I know it's technically not a TV series, but to me it still counts. Movies, Back to the Future, all 3 parts, and books. Witcher. What are your plans for future videos and channel expansions? Easy. I'm gonna stay with Hunt Showdown for a little while longer because Crytek, they aren't even finished with patching everything in the game in, and I wanna see everything they have to offer. But that is not all. I will start posting new videos about other games and one review every Sunday. How did you start playing Hunt? Like I assume everybody else did. Horribly. The better question is, why did I start playing Hunt? And I'm not gonna lie, this game helped me getting through the darkest episode in my life yet. You see, Hunt Showdown was released at a time when I had some trouble. Private problems piled up. I wasn't sure that I would get my degree. I failed pretty badly at university. And to top it all off, I had a lot of stress. And because I didn't take care of myself, I developed tinnitus. I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's when your brain decides to generate a sound in your head when there is no external sound source. So you will hear it. You will hear a beep or something constantly, 24/7. And there is no cure. I'm living with that now. And naturally, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I existed. And then Hunt Showdown came along and it started as a distraction. And then I noticed that I can use it to retrain my brain to not listen to this beeping in my head anymore. And that's what I did. I used it as a tool to retrain my brain, and now it's a little bit more for me. Do you plan to make all of your Hunt Showdown videos with live commentary? Absolutely. At first I just didn't have the guts to do live commentary. But now that I have the guts, yeah. If you would be a dev at the Hunt team, what feature would you add? Easy. The ability to play as a monster. Imagine this. 10 hunters against 100 coordinated, player-controlled zombies. Will you move to another game someday? Cause I don't know about everyone, but I did sub for the style and not the game. First of all, thank you for that compliment, it means a lot. And of course, yes, I will someday change to another game or to completely other games because, let's face it, every game has a life cycle, everything has to end someday, but I hope it will not end too soon. What tips do you have for starting a gaming channel and how can I make it as successful as yours? Again, thank you for the compliment, but this is not successful. You have a wrong picture in your head, because success is to me when I can live off of my channel, and it's not the case. I'm still light years away from that. This is still amateur league. I'm sorry to say this, but if you want to start a channel, any channel, then you have to be creative. You have to get a style, get a brand. First and foremost, get creative and stick to your guns. Are there any alcohol-based drinks you actually like? Actually, yeah, I do love Bloody Mary. Do you see yourself doing YouTube for years to come? I hope so, I fucking love your channel. If you would be inclined to help me grow the channel, then yes, absolutely. What are some games you are interested in making future videos about? Also, what has been your favorite challenge so far? I really don't know, but as long as the game has at least one interesting feature, I will probably at some point make a video about it. Also, best challenge yet? Not gonna lie, axe only. Killing a guy with just $4, priceless. How is your voice so sexy? Love your stuff, keep it up. Genetics. Also, it helps to have a deal with the devil. Do you think Hunt can get more players, or is it just not good enough for becoming well known? In my opinion, Hunt Showdown is a superb game, otherwise I wouldn't play it, but it has one major flaw. It needs a lot of time to get into, and now consider this. Statistics prove that even if somebody likes/loves a game, he might not even complete it. Only a small sorry about that, stupid English. Statistics show only a small percentage of people actually finish or complete games. We're talking about 10% of people here. And now that you are armed with that kind of info, look at Hunt Showdown again and compare it to games like Overwatch, where the learning curve is just so much smoother, so much easier. And now you know why most people shun Hunt. Hey Ace, ass or boobs? Are you assuming that there's something non-useful or lovable on a body? Because my answer is I will devour everything you have with the exact same amount of enthusiasm. All of it. I really wonder how many matches you play, recordings you do for the challenges, cause I really don't believe you complete one in a one match, since one of them are quite hard. True. Absolutely true. Sometimes I just need one try, sometimes I need about 20. Why are you playing alone? Good question. At first I just didn't want to drag somebody down when I died, and now it's more like when I have a partner, I have a safety net and my instincts get dull. I lose my edge, and I like my edge. I work best when I have no safety net at all. Why my penis is so small? Stop sticking it in the blender. Duh! Do you ever feel constrained to only make Hunt Showdown based videos? Do you wish to have another main series of videos for a certain game you enjoy? Not gonna lie, I do feel somewhat constrained to do only Hunt Showdown videos, because most people come to watch Hunt Showdown content, as is evident with my other videos, which are only reviews at that point, and you can see it very clearly in the numbers. But there are so many good games out there which I haven't played, I haven't even heard of, and I wanna play them all. And I'm gonna present them to you sooner or later, starting this week. This is not negotiable, because it takes a lot of time for me to actually complete a challenge. So I need something to fill the space, and I need something to cool off, because if I play Hunt all the time, I notice that I'm going to burn out. Imagine eating your favorite food, day in, day out. It's bound to get boring at one point, and I don't want that to happen. I often play Hunt with my brother, and it's fun to do duos. How do you find yourself able to do solo games without dying of anxiety? I guess it has a lot to do with the mindset you're in. For example, I always think I am the biggest monster out there. And then it works. Would you do a face reveal when you reach 10k subs? No need anymore. Right here. How much time did you put into your SNES videos? For the sake of Hunt Showdown videos, way too much. For the sake of my own sanity and sense of perfection, not enough. What's the worst and the best update in Hunt Showdown so far? Okay, the best update, without a doubt, 6.0 because of the Lamette revolver. I love that gun. The worst, 4.0 because that's about the time when I started to have this weird texture glitch. Thank God now it's gone, but still, it was annoying as hell. What do you think about that change on the matchmaking, changing Hunter level instead of Prestige level? Do you think it's a little unfair for new players and the future of the game? Or do you think Hunt should be darker? Okay, there still seems to be the misconception that your Prestige is your elo. This is not the case. Let's start with Prestige, okay? First of all, when you reach level 100 in your bloodline, you unlock a little button and then you can start again from level 1, and all you get is a little diamond and a 1 or a 2 when you prestige the second time or the third time. I think you get the picture. But prestige adds nothing to the game and it doesn't resemble how good or bad you are at the game. All you do is you give yourself a badge for an average amount of time played. That's all it is. I've known people, personally, who drive a car for 30 years and they still suck at it. They don't know what the the turn signal is. Just because you're doing something for a long time doesn't mean you do it well. And in fact, Crytek won't even factor in your prestige level when they calculate your skill. They don't do that. They're smarter than that. Because the truth is, you will never know how good you are in relation to other players. All you get when somebody kills you, Crytek announced this, is an indicator. That's all you get. An arrow up or an arrow down. So what I want to say is, don't worry, let the prestige be prestige, let it die out for all I care. The matchmaking still works, as before. You're fine. And if I may add something, this is a very unpopular opinion, but I hope you just respect it and don't kick my door in. See, when I started playing Hunt, there was no matchmaking. I picked it up from the beginning and I had matches that went pretty well. I had matches that went phenomenally. I also had matches where I got killed in the first 30 seconds. And I cherished all of it. Because again, in my opinion, Hunt Showdown is designed to be an unfair game at its core. You're pitted against I don't know how many monsters. All you know, there are 9 other players on the map. One of them might be with you. And you know nothing about other players. And that's what's thrilling about it. You don't know their skill level. You don't know what kind of monster or beast that guy is. And I, for one, I live for this kind of thrill. I need it. I want to go against immeasurable odds and I want to get out winning. And believe you me, there is no better feeling in the world than felling a giant. It feels so satisfying and it gives you a boost in ways you didn't even consider. I want that. Give me that. I know, extremely unpopular opinion, but it's just my opinion. I would get rid of the matchmaking, I would get rid of the prestige, and I would just roll with the punches. Now, lucky for you, this isn't my decision to make, so I'll leave you with everything works as before, prestige has nothing to do with your skill level, everything is just fine. Should I retire my hunter if I'm not reaching tier 3 or level 100 bloodline yet? Let's face it, your hunter's gonna die sooner